Today on Titan News, a bridge spanning over 1.5 miles has collapsed in Baltimore.
And the Supreme Court will decide on abortion pill access today.
Lastly, the Department of Justice has accused Apple of antitrust behavior. Titan News story starts now. Hello and welcome to Titan News. I'm Alexis Brown.
And I'm Anthony Manifold.
The Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore suffered major damage when a cargo ship lost power and collided with the bridge. A Mayday call was made from the container ship shortly after 1 a.m. Tuesday morning, informing local officials of a power outage on board. Officials quickly closed and evacuated the bridge before the ship struck, leaving several cars submerged in the river below. President Biden has promised full government cooperation in providing aid for the victims and damages to the surrounding area. The search for 6 missing crew members remains ongoing.
The Supreme Court is set to make a decision today involving legal access to a popular abortion pill. The drug mifepristone, which is used to terminate pregnancy in the first 10 weeks, will have its widespread accessibility questioned in a proposed case. FDA versus Alliance for Hippocratic Medicine aims to restrict availability of access to the medication through mail order and telemedicine prescriptions. This decision comes less than 2 years after the court overruled on Roe v. Wade.
The Department of Justice is suing Apple Corporation for attempts to monopolize the smartphone market. The lawsuit accuses Apple of using illegal and selective contractual restrictions from its developers. The Department of Justice is alleging that Apple is manipulating how well cross-platform devices such as third-party smart watches or wallets work within the Apple ecosystem. This marks the third lawsuit the Department of Justice has brought towards Apple regarding antitrust violations in the past 15 years.
The tax deadline is fast approaching, and some filers may be eligible to use the new IRS Direct File program free of charge. Here's David Nunez with more.
It's called Direct File, as in you can file directly on the IRS website, and about 5.2 million Californians could qualify.
I think what most people need is simplicity and the walkthrough, step-by-step guide.
But it's not for everyone. In general, you're eligible for Direct File if you're a single filer making up to $200,000, or married filing jointly making up to $250,000, but the type of income you earn matters. It has to come from a W-2, Social Security or Railroad retirement, unemployment compensation, or interest up to $1,500. Another thing you need to know, Direct File only uses a standard deduction, not itemized, and only supports common credits like the child tax credit, earned income, and credit for other dependents.
For security reasons, you do have to set up an online account with the IRS using what is known as ID.me. That process requires that you upload a government-sanctioned ID, such as a passport or a driver's license. And you do have to take and submit a quick selfie video to prove that it's you. While Direct File does not cover state taxes, in California, the IRS will send you to a state-sanctioned website to help you with those. With Titan News, I'm David Nunez.
Coming up for this week's weather forecast, should we expect more storms or sunshine?
Also, find out how Orange County residents are coping with high gas prices. Stay tuned.
Observe a domesticated human family in their natural habitat, known to their species as the backyard.
Hey, you think I should light it now?
I think it's good.
Yeah?
Oh dear, someone is about to burn a pile of debris that's too tall, which can start a wildfire. Wait, could it be? Blimey, it is.
It's Smokey.
It's Smokey Bear. What a legend.
Hey, it's Smokey. Sorry, it was too high. Right.
Watch as he astutely ensures that there's no wind, and how he removes some of the debris to create a smaller, safer burning pile.
No, you said make it bigger, baby. The bigger the better.
Take note of our fearless furry friend here, humans.
I appreciate it. Fist bump.
Watching you.
Smokey's done it again.
Bye, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back to Titan News. What do we have next, Alexis?
Up next, we have Andrew Gutierrez with the weather.
Thanks, Alexis. Spring is in full bloom and we're getting a beautiful week starting with a nice one today. It is 65 degrees and partly cloudy right now, and that trend will continue as the sun is like, it's partly cloudy, I won't even peek at you, all day long, and that comes with a slight breeze without. Hopefully, when we get down into our low of 51, that breeze won't be too crisp. Now looking forward into the rest of the week, Wednesday and Thursday are going to be quite ideal, with highs of 70 and 69, with the evenings being in the low 50s. For both days, Friday we'll start to see it cool down as the sun will play a weekend-long game of peekaboo, which can only mean, just like my eyes after watching Marley and Me, we can expect a lot of rain on Saturday. And sorry, Anthony, your spring break plans will have to wait. All that fun, have to wait till next week. But hopefully with that comes more smiles as Alexis is bringing this news about gas prices.
It seems the weather isn't the only thing that's crazy lately. Gas prices have been fluctuating and it appears that there is no end in sight. I went to some local gas stations to take a look for myself. In today's interconnected world, few things have the power to affect our daily lives quite like the price of gasoline. From our commutes to work, to the cost of groceries, and even our plans for weekend getaways, the fluctuations in gas prices ripple through every aspect of our lifestyles. As gas prices continue to fluctuate, this impact is becoming increasingly more evident. As these fluctuations continue, we're having to see college students navigate their lives differently with their part-time jobs and social activities. Some students are not going out as much as they used to. Increases in gas prices can put additional financial strain on students.
As a college student, I feel like it's really difficult because now I'm more mindful of like how much I'm traveling and I'm not going places as much as I want to. Like I'm more inclined to stay local, whereas like last year I would just drive to San Diego and it would be no problem.
While some consumers are able to go through their daily commutes on a single tank of gas, others find themselves visiting the pumps more often than they'd like.
I drive a car that only does like 15 gallons. And it's I spend like probably like 120 just a week on gas, so it's quite a lot. Yeah. And
consumers like Isaac may shift away from driving and towards alternative modes of transportation.
Because it does cut into my budget, and I try not to drive as much. Like if I get away with walking to some places, like say to the store by my house, or getting a friend to pick me up if we're going out to play soccer or something, I would try to use that alternative, just to save on gas, because it did go up quite a bit.
Looking ahead to the rest of 2024, speculation mounts over the trajectory of gas prices and its impact on consumer spending. This is Alexis Brown with CSUF News.
Coming up after the break, we have your sports coverage, including everything on the latest news on Shohei Ohtani.
And women's basketball, so be sure to stick around. Welcome back to Titan News.
Now, a lot of stuff has happened in the sports world. Here's to tell us more is Anthony Mendolia.
Thank you, Anthony. Here's the latest news coming out of the Atlantic Coast Conference, with the University of Clemson electing to sue the conference. Clemson becomes the second school from the ACC to sue the conference, following Florida State, in an attempt to free itself from the ACC's exit fees and grant of rights that runs for another 12 years. If successful in court, both Clemson and Florida State would leave the ACC in order to join another conference in hopes of being able to increase their annual income from television rights. The ACC has elected to countersue. Los Angeles Dodgers star Shohei Ohtani spoke to the media for the first time yesterday, since news broke last week that his former interpreter, Ippei Mizuhara, was fired and accused of stealing more than $4 million from Ohtani to cover illegal gambling debts. Ohtani read a prepared statement that was roughly 12 minutes. He denied that he has ever bet on sports and expressed that he was shocked and saddened by Mizuhara's alleged actions. He also denied ever paying off any gambling debts of his former interpreter and repeatedly said that Mizuhara has been lying throughout the process of the investigation. Mizuhara has since redacted his initial story of events, claiming that Ohtani willingly paid off his gambling debts and has admitted instead to having stolen from him. Women's college basketball is as popular as it has ever been, and that doesn't seem to be slowing down anytime soon. Last year's national championship attracted nearly 10 million viewers on ESPN, and viewership for the tournament's previous rounds saw eye-popping increases as well. Stars such as Caitlin Clark from Iowa, Angel Reese from LSU, Paige Beckers from UConn, and Juju Watkins from USC have been lighting up scoreboards and shattering records all season long. This year's tournament completed the second round last night and will continue this Friday and Saturday with the Sweet 16. While many people enjoy watching college athletes compete both in person and on TV, many people don't know the vast amount of rules they have to follow to maintain NCAA eligibility. Emily Wilson has more.
Student athletes have to follow many NCAA policies in order to be able to participate in sports, many that never even cross fans' minds. From changing name, image, and likeness policies to student-athlete unionization perhaps being on the horizon, changes on the national level affect over 560,000 student-athletes. So how do NCAA policy changes make their way to Cal State Fullerton? And who makes sure the Titans are following the rules? Members within Fullerton Athletics regularly meet to discuss changing NCAA policies and communicate their opinions with the Big West staff. One person who voices their input is Sydney Shipley, who is an assistant director at compliance for Fullerton Athletics.
So we meet with student athletes probably each team once a semester on MACLE. And then we also practice pop-ins. We have open door policies, so they come in at any questions.
Shipley and other athletic staff make sure the Titans are complying with existing NCAA rules and regulations, but also provide input on possible changes. One recent example was regarding women's basketball scrimmages.
Women's basketball's private scrimmages public instead of being private, so now open. So I think that one got voted on. Now they're open to the university. Now they're open to the public. Now they'll go watch a private scrimmage. So that was like one example of something we voted on.
The staff voted in favor of making the scrimmages public. Additionally, student-athletes from CSUF have the opportunity to voice their opinion as part of the Big West Student-Athlete Advisory Committee, where they provide input on the same policies before they're enacted. In terms of NIL policies, the athletics department recently partnered with a company that allows people to request signatures or appearances from athletes. If student-athlete unionization does reach Fullerton, it won't happen for at least another couple years, but until then, athletic staff will work to comply with NCAA policies. This is Emily Wilson, Titan News, signing off.
Things could be stranger, but I don't know how. I'm going through changes now. Spend a lifetime trying to figure it out. I'm going through changes now that have just begun under a purple sun. There's many reasons we are what we've become. I'm going through changes now. Things could be different, but I don't know how. I'm going through changes.
Welcome back. We're going to take a look into the entertainment world.
Our entertainment correspondent Delilah Grubaugh has more.
Thank you, Anthony. Over in the entertainment world, Californians can eagerly anticipate 2 blockbuster events. From lightsabers to live music, there's something for everyone to enjoy in the upcoming months. In celebration of the 25th anniversary of Star Wars: The Phantom Menace, all 9 films of the Skywalker saga will be played across 13 different theaters across the country. Fans of the iconic Star Wars series will have the opportunity to watch their favorite films in the theaters this May 4th. Attendees will also get over 20 hours of viewing and also get an exclusive look at the upcoming Disney series The Acolyte, coming out June 4th. Tickets to the marathon are on sale now. As the sun rises over the Coachella Valley, music enthusiasts and festival goers alike are preparing for the biggest music festival in the U.S. The star-studded lineup will see artists like Tyler, the Creator, Faye Webster, Lana Del Rey, and more. In addition to hours of live music, attendees will also enjoy various art installations as well as a range of activities and attractions. From April 12th to April 14th and April 19th to April 21st, the Coachella Valley will transform into a musical wonderland, attracting audiophiles from across the globe. The countdown to Coachella is on, and although the first weekend is sold out, tickets for the second weekend are still available. In addition to the box office and the music industry, the gaming world has also seen exciting new developments. Exploring the victories and recognition of esports on campus is reporter Jacob Fisk.
The CSUF Gaming Club has multiple esport programs across its campus, including Halo Infinite, Rainbow Six Siege, and even Mario Kart. But one of their more successful programs in recent memory is their Call of Duty esports team. The Call of Duty program formed their first team in fall 2022. As more players joined the club, they began to form multiple squads to give more students the chance to compete as a Titan.
We have a great foundation. I think we have 18 players, 3 coaches. I know people are leaving, but we overall have a good system here for more people to gain. We started off with 1 team, then we went 2, and then now this semester we have so many people that we actually got 3.
All 3 teams compete in the Collegiate Call of Duty League, with the varsity competing in Division 1 while the JV and development team play in the Open Division. Last season, Devin Trong competed on the JV squad that won the North American Collegiate Esports Open Premier national title. But after he was promoted to the varsity squad, he realized playing in Division 1 was going to be different.
But then when you play in like D1, it's a whole new experience. I felt like, there's a lot of like structural team play, people are really good, like they know how to like communicate with each other. And yeah, I just feel like it was just an entire new level that you kind of have to adapt to.
This is the first season the varsity squad qualified for Division 1. And out of the 64 teams, the varsity squad has maintained a top 25 national ranking in the community poll for 6 consecutive weeks. The regular season is about to close for the varsity squad, but they are in full preparation for the West Regional Playoffs. If they want to have a shot at a national title, they have to be one of the best 4 teams in the West to qualify for nationals. Signing off from the battlefield for now, I'm Jacob Fisk.
Now back to you, Anthony and Alexis.
Thank you for joining us at Titan News. I'm Alexis Brown.
And I'm Anthony Manifold. Be sure to follow us on all social media platforms. From all of us here at Titan News, have a great day.